as well. So, like, I think you kind of just snooker yourself a little bit if you actually end up playing this Taliyah bot lane. Plus, you don't get the value of Taliyah having those access to the side lanes and stuff. Really hinder you if you start to move around the map too much. Yeah. But it does mean that supports are going to be stuck to the bottom lane. Like we're kind of seeing at the moment. No, not stuck, but Stend is sitting in bot lane with Paduck for a lot more. As gank, Nuke should be able to jump away from this.
Shayo's here. They might not want to jump away. Shayo trying to stack up. More foil going all in on Vladi. Rocket jump forward looking to burn him down, but Vladi getting a little bit of an extra shield. Nuke looking to finish that one. Gets a reset on the jump. Now flash away. Razork will at least get the 1-for-1.
Okay, some nice holding off there for Shifters. The whole call is, look, Nuke is going to get so fed to all live in hell that he's just going to hard carry the game because of how good the matchup is. But at least having the early kill, maybe that becomes a little bit easier.
Ooh, nice flick back on an upset. Cleanse comes out, but doesn't stop Sten from just walking face first into him. Extended trade, though, still really not bad for Fnatic. Paduck's cooldowns are so long. Sten forced to flash away. Upset still has his flash. Well, that was a bit awkward. Flick back is once again good. Lospa finds a stun, but Paduck can't kill anybody. Needs some more items under the belt, most certainly. I like the call out, though, Rob. I do really feel for the balance team here, though. They're kind of caught in a classic biology dilemma of...
Paduck doesn't have mana. Paduck doesn't have...
Oh, he's just
enough.
Minions? Caster minions?
Round war.
Vladi not going to be able to get in. TPing in. Know that they have prio right now, and just looking to leverage Paduck's TP to stay active here. It is a battle for Raptors. Those little chickens. Raptors now going to go out. Lospa wants to kick things off. Razork already has level 6, but they immediately collapse over the Nocturne. Gets deleted. He can't even push his ulti button. Shifters in game 2, finding the aggressive angles. Things working out for them nicely there.
That was slightly psychotic from Lospa. Lospa, I don't think you should have engaged him.
I agree, but sometimes you're stuck in the previous game where no one had any hard CC, and that's what it felt like here. This time around, though, things looking good to start off with upset. Flash forward, doesn't get the 4-shot, flick back! Oh! Fnatic fans, avert your eyes! Look away! Oh my god! So good from Shifters! So bad, and also embarrassing for Fnatic.
Oh, that is heartbreaking for upset. The double CC preventing him from getting that 4th shot off.
Oh my god, it's just continuing.
Lospa?
Okay, Paduck's kind of nasty on the Taliyah, I gotta be honest. He's hitting a lot of stuff in this lane phase. Across all of their previous games, starting to fall a little off the tracks. Shifters look a lot better when they have CC to play with.
6 for Sten, though, not for Lospa. That solar flare could be devastating.
Ulti goes out. Void Grub's already taken down. Shayo gets deleted right as the fight kicks off. Soboro gonna find, Rooster gonna find the multi-man stun. We'll just leave strike away instantaneously. Vladi getting very aggressive. All of Fnatic flashes the wall to keep things going. Paduck, beautiful flick back. Fnatic way too far, but they don't quite finish off Razork. Now there's a Jackson melee range, but Upset is once again out of ammo. Furiously reloading his pistols. He starts to free fire, but the counter strike is finally there. One more bullet. Go forward, but he learned from last time. He learned he's not walking in. Rooster manages to survive. I've lost track, Rob. Who even won? The good news is Sten was someone who picked up one of those kills, which means the gold not in an ideal place for Shifters, but Soboro was looking in trouble. Now he's got a 3v2 in favor of Fnatic on the top side. Shayo, the one who's overstayed. The fear is there, and down he will go. The game of League of Legends, counting is key, and Shayo, well, he miscounted, is now re-engaged, coming in for Razork. Nice zone away. Fnatic has to be careful not to stray too far forward, though, as they're losing a lot in the mid lane. Bot lane similarly pressured now by the side of Shifters.
Yeah, they're moving into position to be like, hey, maybe you can contest this because Leona was top, but Razork not in a position to follow up.
Win today. They do need to win 2 games back-to-back, and right now they only have about a 700 gold lead as well as a Drake, as Soboro perhaps a bit over-eager. Public execution, a good start to the play. Soboro has to flash away in anticipation of what's coming, but Paduck! And he's immediately TPing elsewhere to cover
Razork
mid.
is top lane.
Razork is top lane. Maybe he shouldn't have TP'd so fast, but no. The stunned, not blocked by the spell shield. It looks like the empowered auto came in.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And now there's a fight in the bot lane. Vladi doing a hell of a lot of damage, relatively uncontested. Sten doing his best frontline. Solar Flare only connects on the slow as Lospa forced to heal and try to walk away.
Another gank!
On the way down. They're ganking everywhere! Vladi, another flick. This time they're forced to flash away. Vladi desperate to try to get anything back, but he's getting burned down. The bomb is ticking, and Vladi gets a shutdown! I didn't really see what happened there with Nuke, but he does die. It would appear to be tower, but Shifters are alive!
I think it was the empowered Q across the minions bounce. I thought it might have been the bounce there on the spell flux, but yeah.
Didn't quite have the angle.
Yeah, I thought the tower just barely hadn't finished off Nuke and his that spell Flux Bounce, but yeah.
And I like what you said about Ducks. The flying V has been there from Paduck. This man is on a mission to take control of this game. Highest KP alongside Nuke. The Nuke-Duck combo looking good. Lospa, excellent pullback to stop that dive from going through it. Now Soboro's tanking the tower. Looks like they're going to lose one in the process. So as good as it looks for Lospa, it hasn't amounted to much. The cross map isn't too threatening quite yet. Lospa lives for a damn long time as the curtain call comes out. But this is going to mean Herald dropped in the mid lane. Likely to break down that mid lane tier 1. Upset moving up to cover top lane, and the bot lane also uncontested. But Shifters now 2,000 gold ahead.
Yeah, doing a very nice job of just constantly moving. You can see where Fnatic are on the map. They're not in position to contest this.
No, they certainly are not. Nice to get the consolation prize of that kill. Razork, the sole remaining member of... So again, we're seeing, I mean, last game was a side lane masterclass from Vladi. This time around, Nuke looking to do something similar.
Yeah, no vision for Fnatic here.
Lockup, stun is there. Razork flashing away. Still likely going to die. Vladi doing his best to cover. Nice knock off the wall.
Wait a sec, that's a lot of damage.
That is a lot of damage. Den now in trouble. Ulti, public execution, the fight continuing. Paduck's gone a little bit too far. Shifters, no! You've thrown it all away! Realm Warp in. Shifters, is this your time to fight? Blast Cone is there. They're locked up. They're rooted. Can anyone hit the Blast Cone? No is the answer! Shifters running for dear life. Ulti out is not going to happen. Vladi snipes him with the overload, and Fnatic even things up.
Fnatic turning that play around was though 1.4k gold lead. Like, he is the focus here, and if he can find some of these plays, the Shifter is trying to retake position.
Shifter is determined to take Razork out of the equation, whose spell shield is now gone, turning right back onto Sheo, trying to get tricky with it. Public execution doesn't hit. Soboro forced to flash over the wall to look for the follow, but Paduck is once again caught out on the backside. Nice flick back from Paduck, keeps the fight going, and Rooster in the midst of the team doing a hell of a lot of damage. Nuke allowed to free fire for a moment. That's the reset. Looking to bounce across the entire team. Flash forward. One more auto. Another reset, but he gets knocked out of the sky. The claws of Razork seal the deal. Oh! Oh! Skeet shooting in the bottom lane. That duck ain't going nowhere.
That's one where the dog pops up, gives you two big thumbs up, and you're happy out. What a shot from Upset. And Fnatic are taking this game back.
I cannot believe he shot a duck out of
vision. Nobody from Fnatic is shown on the map. Lospa, great play as well. Hiding off a vision to find this as Shifters overextend. It looked a little dicey at this point, but Soboro has a very tanky stats as Lospa.
Yeah. Now hold that thought. Razork turning the lights off for a brief moment, running for dear life. His double TPs are on the way. Fnatic did manage to grab the Baron in the time of that replay, and will walk away with all 5 members standing. Pretty massive. Shifters kicking themselves after that last fight, costing them so much in the end. They might try to go for this tier 2, but it's still a bit of a tough take.
They kind of feel like they need to. They use triple T.
Being able to salvage it to turn it in their favor. They won't get to do that yet.
Risky from Stand. You have many members of Fnatic here, even the Realm War potential. Lospa wants to fight.
Lospa very determined to fight. Celestial Opposition about to fade away. Lights turned off. Using burst damage to kick the fight off. Razork staying in range. Nice backstep to get away from the seismic shove. Is Vladi now on a rampage. Sten taken out of the equation. Man advantage for Fnatic. Nothing on the map really to play for.
And everyone on Fnatic can now cover.
And look, they have Tristana. Like, they can kill Baron relatively fast on Shifters, but they just don't actually have the time or the prio to clear
the lowest out of any of the carries on any of the teams. The Taliyah just isn't doing enough at this point in time. And while Nuke did get off to a good lead, he's not really having that big threat. At least with IE completed, he can be a nuisance in these fights. But not if Fnatic close on him.
Lights turned off. Engage coming in. Down goes Paduck. Public execution using the backline. Unstoppable, not unkillable, however, as Fnatic Realm Warp in, trying to keep the fight going. Vladi gonna get stunned up. Rooster able to try and dissuade Fnatic from falling, but Upset is so damn powerful. 4 shot on to Stand. Deadly Flourish, a nice sidestep, keeping things in their favor. Razork walking up. Upset now unstoppable as he manages to take down Sten, and Fnatic can just turn right to the Baron.
Yeah, easy pickup on the Baron going to be for Fnatic. Really great job on the engage, and like this is what I think Fnatic have been so good at over the last couple of series, being decisive in their engages. Like the immediate TP from Soboro, Fnatic popped the Realm Warp, Curtain Call is there. It's everything functioning as a unit so well, and Shifters unfortunately just are being barreled over by Fnatic at this stage of the game.
Sheo ready to ult in, ready to do what it takes to steal the objective. Whatever it takes, he does it! Yeah! He can't flash out. He completely messes that part up. But Fnatic that was play this champion. I do think he had a much more active early game, but it's not been a good one. Speaking of not a very good one, Paduck running for his life. But look at that jump chase. Look at that little wiggle. It's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Not for Paduck, though. He's dead. We're going to need to see that one again, too, observers. You've offered me this power, and I'm not willing to give it back. I need to see the wiggle.
Oh, Paduck, that's so sad.
He had the right
follow
instinct.
the entire way, and the fact that there's
Nuke does damage. Nuke does a lot of damage. Nuke just going to start to walk down Razork. Razork not quite sure if he wants to turn. Rooster finding a bit of CC onto Vladi in the meantime. Nuke off to the side, though, in trouble. Soboro starts the chase. Rooster effectively unkillable. That's a big shutdown. Nuke now with a reset on the jump, presumably stun though not going to land. Rooster going golden. Nuke can't really walk up though, so that's probably just a dead Jax. Is going to jump backwards. Curtain's being called. Bullet going to connect on Nasheo. Second bullet on Nasheo. Oh, that last one! Landing onto the key target. Nuke once again sniped in the fight. Cannot get an honest battle between him and Upset as, well, Nasheo, not long for the world. Double kill for Fnatic. This game, much better for Shifters in the early game, but as has been the story for the entire season, it is simply not enough.
Yeah, Fnatic find their way back in the mid game, punishing some of those overextensions from Shifters. I mean, inhibitors falling. There's still 30 seconds on the top side.
Another engage, decent attempt at the flick from Paduck, but now that they're on top of him, there's really nowhere for him to go. Fear Tether still connects. Upset goes godlike. Fnatic. The early game looked like it was falling apart, but Razork held steady. So now leverages advantage into those big fights in the jungle. Shifted things back in Fnatic's favor. 8,000 gold to end it. Fnatic take down Shifters 2-0. Moving up to a 3-3 scoreline.
Nicely done by Fnatic. It looked a little dicey in the early stages, but punishing well, moving around the map well, and Upset with some kind of John Wick bullets in that one to find a few shots that were sick.
All fantastic options. Still so frustrating for Shifters because it feels like this was much more in the right direction. A lot of things that they were looking for did work out, but ultimately Fnatic were just that step above.